Do what you have to do.
And I noticed one of his things he said was be grateful for what you got, be happy with it. So
yes,
we're going to have to take that to heart with the weather, huh?
Right.
Grateful for the air that is good in our valley, right?
And that we do live in this beautiful place, and that nothing is permanent. It's going to move out eventually. Good. So these are all of
we are so positive today.
So positive.
I love
it. We are going to have to deal with a little more haze. Here's a look at the time lapse. You can see the high clouds above the haze there. So this is what we are simmering in right now. We will see a little bit more cloud cover for tomorrow, so it could make it look a little bit more gray out there. Just a heads up there, but it's not going to bring in any precip. At sunset, you can see a little more color out there, and then of course the haze just lingers through the night. Here's a look at the air quality, and we have a lot of yellow up in Cache Valley, which is moderate, so not to unhealthy levels yet. Then we get down a little farther south, Ogden to Bountiful, and it's mostly moderate here as well. But once you get into Salt Lake County and heading south down towards Draper and getting into Utah County is when we start to mix it in with some orange, which does lean towards unhealthy levels when it comes to the particulate matter in the air. Provo to Spanish Fork at moderate levels right now too. Some of the numbers, Perry Park upper 80s, and then Rose Park at 122. That's pretty high there. And then Provo River Parkway at 64. So these numbers are likely to go up as we just don't have anything to get the air out. And if it's not moving anywhere, it just increases. High pressure is going to continue to build in. We're going to get warming aloft, so warming above the valleys, and that is going to just seal us off and really keep that inversion going strong. Looking at the forecast models as we head through the weekend, we will see some cloud cover moving in. Notice how it's dry all the way to the west coast. There's this big storm system, and we all wish it could get here into Utah, but it just kind of churns out at sea for days, and we just stay in this high pressure situation. So that means we're looking at just more haze, dry conditions, some clouds in and out. This is Monday. Finally, we see that storm hit the California coast on late Monday, early Tuesday, and then we get into the middle part of the week, and that trough tries to brush near us. This could be enough to bring in maybe a sprinkle or two or a little bit of snow for our mountains. Hopefully it could mix the air up a bit to improve the situation. Right now it doesn't like it's going to be strong enough for that. But then watch the track of that low. This is the heartbreaker. It just continues way south, so it doesn't even get anywhere close to us by the end of next week, and it just leaves us high and dry. Going into next weekend, there's a disturbance to our north. Potentially we could see a shift in the wind to hopefully get rid of some of the haze and clear things out a little bit for us. Your ski report, looking at these numbers, base at 58 inches at Alta, 20 at Bryan Head, Deer Valley at 25 inches. Cherry Peak looks to open on Christmas Day. And so there is still some good skiing to be found. Here's a look at the numbers. Nordic Valley, 20 inches, Powder Mountain, 41 inches, Solitude at 33 inches. This time last year, we were at about double of what we are now, but this is still enough to have a good time on the mountains. So a good place to be to get out of this bad air. Central Utah, highs in the 50s tomorrow, low 20s at night. St. George, we're in the 60s tomorrow, upper 40s in Moab, 55 in Beaver. And your 7-day forecast for St. George, low 60s for several days. We'll be in and out of the clouds, and then we start to see the temperatures slide down a bit by the end of the week. Upper 30s in Logan, and then West Valley 44, Heber in the 40s. So the Wasatch Front and the Wasatch Back topping out in the 40s, overnight lows in the upper 20s, and then your 7-day forecast. We do have haze in the forecast every day. Temperatures 10 degrees above average next week, and even at the ski resorts, we're talking well above average temperatures there. So if you like sunny skies and just laid back skiing, I mean, that's going to be the place to be next week.
Yet they may not be as crowded with not as much of the natural stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So good escape plan, maybe.
All the more reason, right, to get up there. All right, thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.
We got stuck in traffic at a construction zone, and I got rear-ended.